On a gray, humid morning in the small town of Gladwyne, Pennsylvania, a scene unfolded that few could have imagined. The tight-knit Kelce family, accompanied by global superstar Taylor Swift, gathering at St. John Vianney Catholic Church. The occasion was somber, one of profound loss and remembrance. The funeral of Meereen Maguire, the beloved partner of Ed Kelce, was not just a farewell to a cherished individual, but also a testament to the strength of family bonds, the healing power of community, and the surprising ways in which grief can unite even the most public of figures. The heavy bells of St. John Vianney echoed down the tree-lined streets, their sound rolling over the old stone walls and manicured lawns. Inside the church, the atmosphere was thick with emotion. The Kelce family, famous for their prowess on the football field and their larger-than-life personalities, were stripped of all celebrity. In their place were sons, daughters, grandchildren, friends, and partners, each grappling with the raw edges of loss. Ed Kelce walked slowly into the church, flanked by his sons Jason and Travis, his face etched with pain. Jason, the eldest, a seasoned Philadelphia Eagles veteran, was visibly emotional, his eyes rimmed red as he helped shoulder the weight of the casket. Travis, the Kansas City Chiefs' charismatic tight end, moved quietly beside him, his normally jovial demeanor subdued. Between them, they were a wall of strength for their father and the rest of the grieving family. But perhaps the most poignant presence was that of Taylor Swift. She arrived with Kelce, Jason's wife, both women dressed in understated black. Swift, usually radiant and commanding on stage, was almost unrecognizable in her composure. Her famous blonde hair was pulled back. Her sunglasses shielded her eyes, but not the tightness of her mouth or the way she clutched her small purse. She walked close to Kylie, offering gentle support, their steps in perfect sync, two pillars in the storm. Inside the sanctuary, Taylor's presence was quiet yet deeply meaningful. She was not there as a superstar, but as someone's partner, someone's friend, and on this day, an honorary member of the Kelce family. Though she avoided the spotlight, she moved through the pews with a grace that did not go unnoticed. She whispered words of comfort to Kylie, gently wrapped an arm around her shoulders, and offered small, steadying smiles to other mourners. In a world where fame often creates distance, Taylor Swift's empathy closed it. The funeral service was a tapestry of memories and music. The priest spoke of Meereen Maguire's life, her kindness, her laughter, her unwavering embrace of family. Stories flowed among the congregation, tales of holiday dinners, of football games watched side by side, of laughter shared over simple pleasures. Meereen, it was said, had a gift for making everyone feel at home, whether they were kin or stranger. As the organ played, the church filled with the low hum of prayers and the sound of suppressed sobs. When it was time for the casket to be carried outside, Jason and Travis took their places, joined by other family members. The old stone steps seemed longer that day, each footfall echoing the finality of goodbye. Outside, the clouds parted, and sunlight filtered through, casting a soft glow over the mourners. It was as if the sky itself was offering a gentle benediction. There, on the steps, the Kelce family embraced. Travis, seeking solace, wrapped his arms around Taylor, not as an NFL star and pop icon, but as a man seeking comfort from the woman he loved. Kylie held baby Finley close, whispering tender words. Jason, always protective, kept a steady hand on Kylie's back. In that moment, the Kelces were not national celebrities. They were simply a family, holding each other up against the tide of grief. The town of Gladwyne watched quietly, their own hearts aching in sympathy. Many residents and fans of the Kelce family took to social media, sharing images and words of support. It was so touching to see Taylor standing with her family at this time. One comment read, "It shows how much she truly cares for Travis and his loved ones." The Kelces have always been close, and today prove that the power of family can overcome even the greatest fame. For all their public achievements, what mattered most was the way they faced loss together, united, vulnerable, and real. In the days leading up to the funeral, Jason Kelce had been spotted at his sprawling estate in nearby Havertone, enjoying quiet time with his wife and 4 daughters. The images were a stark contrast to the public pageantry of game days or red carpets. Jason, dressed down and relaxed, played with his children while Kylie cradled their newborn. Their Irish wolfhound wandered nearby. Despite the grandeur of their 10-acre home, with its swimming pool, waterfalls, and plans for new additions, it was clear that their greatest treasure was the life they shared together. For Ed Kelce, the loss of Meereen was especially profound. She had been his partner, his confidant, his person. A source close to the family shared, Meereen wasn't just Ed's partner, they were a team. They shared everything: games, concerts, travel, dogs, dinners with family. He's feeling an enormous void. The online obituary painted a vivid picture of a woman who had embraced football later in life, who traveled, laughed, and found joy in every moment with Ed and her loyal dog, Butch. Stories emerged of the bond between Meereen and Taylor Swift. Ed Kelce once recounted with a smile how Meereen had joked with Taylor, claiming Ed as her boyfriend, when the singer took a selfie with him at an NFL game. It was a small moment, but one that spoke volumes about Meereen's warmth and humor, and the way she welcomed new people into her circle with open arms. Security at the funeral was tight, with unmarked police cars managing the flow of traffic and ensuring privacy for the family. Mourners filled the church parking lot, some forced to park at a nearby supermarket. Among the crowd were friends, neighbors, and even strangers, all drawn by the desire to support the Kelces. A particularly moving tribute came as the service concluded. In honor of Meereen's Gaelic roots, a lone bagpiper played as the casket was carried down the steps, the mournful notes rising into the summer air. The silver hearse waited quietly as Ed, Jason, Travis, and other pallbearers placed the casket inside. The finality of the moment was softened only by the hugs, handshakes, and quiet words exchanged on the church steps. After the public ceremony, a private burial was held for family and close friends. Ed Kelce, dressed in a gray suit, moved among the guests with quiet dignity, embracing those who had come to pay their respects. Jason and Kylie were seen leaving the church in their green Toyota Sienna, their faces a mixture of exhaustion and relief. Meereen's death, after a long illness, was not marked by grand gestures, but by simple acts of love. In her obituary, Ed Kelce asked that, in lieu of flowers, donations be made to the Penn Heart Transplant Fund, a cause close to their hearts, providing support to those in financial need as they await life-saving surgeries. Even as the day faded and mourners drifted away, the memory of Meereen Maguire lingered. For the Kelce family, the loss was devastating, but their unity was unbreakable. Taylor Swift's quiet grace, Kylie's strength, Jason and Travis's protective love for their family, and Ed's resilience all spoke to a deeper truth. That in the end, what matters most is not fame or fortune, but the connections we forge and the love we share. Gladwyne will remember this day not just as a farewell, but as a testament to the enduring power of family. For one brief, shining moment, the boundaries between celebrity and neighbor melted away, and all were united in the simple, universal act of saying goodbye. In the silence that followed, the town held its breath, grateful for the example of the Kelce family and the reminder that, even in the darkest times, we are never truly alone.